Live and direct from the city of Chicago. Fathom DJ. Today, I'm in an interesting space. It is 8:40 p.m. I normally, my painting has been all over the place. In terms of time, it depends on what I got going on. What I have going on today is a bout with depression. And I got a message today from a friend. An old friend. I guess what I will say is when I woke up this morning, I wasn't feeling that great. And just in my spirit, right? And I do what all of the addicts do. Because we should probably talk about the addiction. All of us wake up in the morning and our phones are very near. And we scroll. Part of the reason why I do that is because I have social media accounts to maintain. And every morning, my alarm clock is my phone and my cat, because I still have a cat. But I was laying there and going through my process, scrolling, looking for inspiration. I'll say that because looking for inspiration on the internet is a part of my thing. I have rituals. I go to Facebook, I go to Instagram, I go to TikTok now. I don't hang out much on Threads, but I do venture. But I wasn't ready to get out the bed, and I found a reason to stay in longer. I decided I would stay longer. I'm not happy with this canvas. I'm not happy with the canvas, but I'm gonna use it because it's what I have, and I need to paint. So anyway, this is gonna be choppy. I'm gonna just tell you it's gonna be choppy. I'm not editing it. That's a lot of time. It's organic. It's my thoughts. I started here on the good YouTube well over, I don't even remember. It's been 15 some years since I had this channel, and it's probably my most frequented platform. Therefore, here I am. And I'm not doing all the glamour with you. I've thought about it. I pulled this camera back out because I wanted to kind of give it a little more definition. Of course, I should be pulling out my lights and trying to make it so that you can get that whole lush experience that the internet has asked us for, and these formats and all of these things that the internet wants you to do in order to get your algorithms up so people will watch it. I've tried it. I tried it. I bought all the shit. I got this camera. I tried it. I tried it. I'm looking for some tape. It's not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect for y'all. I'm not doing that. I tried it. I think a lot of people have tried to be perfect for the internet. And real people have either bowed out or they have decided to overproduce to the point that they don't produce much because it's a lot of work. And those who have become professional content creators, well, of course, those people have gotten sponsored and have built out spaces and platforms, and they've been funded, which is great. Congratulations. Us on the other hand, who are on these good streets looking for work and trying to maintain mental health and all of those things, we're here just using what we got and making it happen. I'll say that, making it happen, because we got to make it happen. Anyway, that's not the story. The story is I woke up today and, did what I do. And then I got a phone call telling me that a friend, colleague, I might dare to call him a mentee, an assistant, a client first. He was a client first. Then he became an assistant. Then he became a hairstylist of his own. And we were friends the whole time. Passed today. And I heard it. And I went through my process of managing, or whatever you want to call managing. Cadmium yellow is the choice for today, of course, because it makes me happy. Let's see if happiness will be found today. Of course, I had a moment and I blacked out last week because I ran out of material, and I just abandoned the mission. So the paint from this particular one has dried somewhat. I'm going to use it, and we're going to continue the conversation because that's what I came to do. So I started my process. I was given this information by Samantha, and what immediately registered for me upon his ascension, or my being aware of his ascension, was get up. Get up. Because in the last week and a half or so, I have been depressed. And pondering. And I can't make myself do what I was thinking to do. What I've been thinking about doing. Because I'm not supposed to. And I was given every confirmation today that I'm not supposed to. Because today, my purpose was reassigned. It was reassigned to me today. I thought maybe I lost my purpose because life has created some challenges that I haven't been properly managing. But I got my purpose reassigned to me today by Levert. And, I know y'all attention span ain't shit, so I ain't got to worry about you watching the whole thing because you can't manage, because I'm not managing extra well right now. But I'm going to do what I can with this cadmium that I'm going to lay on here. And I don't know what it's going to look like, but it's going to be beautiful because, well, we're not going to use that because we don't want paint boogers, as somebody said. I'm going to ramble through this because that's what I'm doing. This is definitely going to be a challenging course of events. And I'm going to allow this paint to do whatever it does for several reasons. Number one, because this is a different style of canvas. And number two, because my emotions are all over the place. And we're going to have a conversation about mental health. And we're going to have a conversation about intuition. And we're going to have a conversation about giving thanks. And we're going to have a conversation about gratefulness. And we're going to have a conversation about the time you spend with people. And we're going to have a conversation about care. And we're going to have a conversation about love. And we're going to have a conversation about talent. And we're going to have a conversation about truth. And we're going to have a conversation about age and health and worth and self-value and honor and truth and social media and addiction and survival and finances. And all those things. Because that is the battle of an artist. It's a battle to continue. And I love cadmium yellow. Somebody might call it school bus yellow, but it's cadmium at the end of the day. There are a lot of hurt and confused people right now. And me, I got a message today. I got the message today that I was supposed to fill out a grant for a music project that I have been removed from. I removed myself from this music project. It's a multimedia project that I was doing back in 2017. And I removed myself from it because I just didn't have the time to complete or to continue. Like things got hectic for me in 2017. And I had to put the halt on a project that I had started. The project is on my Soundwave City page, or the page that I post mostly on Instagram. The hashtags are still alive. I'm not going to tell you all the details because I'm not going to tell you all the details. But what I'm going to say is today I was given every indication that I have to complete that project. In addition to this is not even the project. This is Soundwave Cities. Cities. You see the cities? Soundwave Cities. And Donald Byrd. And I'm being aligned because that's why I came back to Chicago. But to be honest with you, I came back here because part of the reason why I came back here was because I felt like if I came back to Chicago, I would do more of what I love to do because this is where I started. And because my home in Atlanta was getting real shaky. And I was just like, if something happens to me, I would probably be in that apartment at 9:35 for at least a month before anybody dared to check on me. Because I was alone. Like, really alone. And I could go weeks based on the internet. And I could not go without posting. But if I did, during the pandemic, I didn't get the sense that anybody would give a fuck enough to check for me. Unless I had a gig, unless I was supposed to show up at Pollard Den or somebody booked me to do something for them. I probably could have been in the house for a month, because, in Atlanta, if, you don't pay your rent, then you get all these fees, and then you get evicted like that. So I probably had a good month, maybe month, 15 days before somebody would come and knock on the door and start moving my shit out. So if I just happened to cease to exist, they probably would find me within 45 days for some strange reason. And I thought, I'd rather come back to Chicago where somebody might check for me if something happened. If anything happened, I felt like if I was here, then somebody would check for me. So that's why I'm here. And it's been real. I'm in a different space than I came here to be in. And I'm not mad about a lot of things. I'm not mad about the idea that I quit the job that I moved back here for. I have made it more challenging on myself because I did that. But I'm not mad because my mental health was suffering there. At that job, my body was suffering there. My mental health was suffering, and I was starting to be concerned about my physical self, not in a standing position, but in a who might be waiting on me after work or trying to follow me home, because there were some predators there. And they were praying, they were circling and trying to figure out how to get me to do things for them. So I had to kind of leave because I was frustrated, and I knew that wasn't going to end. And then I got an amazing opportunity. And flew the fuck up out of there in June. My anniversary is coming. Yeah. And for these reasons, I'm back in Chicago. I didn't come back here to experience anything but amazing opportunities. I did anticipate flying back and forth from Atlanta to here, which I was doing consistently was doing up until March. It's May. Then shit started getting real wonky. And now it's dwindling to once a month. And I'm filling out applications, I'm uploading resumes, I'm doing what I think I should be doing, in addition to tweaking my website and adding content in particular places and looking for grants and looking for all those things. I'm doing all those things and trying to be patient. And it's scary. It's scary because my rent is due. I made that this month, but I have all these other issues financially that I incurred when I decided to move back to Chicago. And for some strange reason, people don't believe I'm struggling. And it's not like I'm marching up and down the damn internet on a struggle campaign. Like, I'm present. And I'm putting my work out because I believe in my art. And I believe, just like I believed in doing natural hair and I believed in my DJing, that eventually I will get some opportunities that will fortify this, because I believe in this. And I know that you don't have an imagination. I know you don't. But I do. I have it for you. And that's part of the reason why we're here today. I paint for my mental health. I typically would, and I started doing that too. Like, I've been working on some beats. Again, I've started an edit. I'm not big on edits anymore. I don't particularly care to rehash other people's work, but I have an affinity for Phyllis Hyman. I think in my challenges, it's become a little more obvious that we share a few more things besides the understanding of music and its power. I think I'm clear that some of my challenges are synonymous with hers. I haven't been diagnosed for anything. I'm not interested in getting diagnosed. I'm not interested in discovering. I'm interested in managing whatever these dark energies that circle people who speak out for themselves and speak out for other people. If there's a dark energy associated with that, I will manage it through creativity, because I think that's what makes me happiest. That's what I came here to do in this life. I'm digging it. It's not like any of the other ones in a way. And I'm not going to make it like any of the other ones purposely. I will allow it to be what it is. But yeah, I'm clear that at some point you just get tired. When my friend came to me through this phone call and told me to get up, I got up, and I was reminded, because I can't imagine that Levert was looking to leave. Somebody said he wasn't quite himself lately. And I saw him in a video, alive, Sunday. But I can't assume that he might have had the challenges and the darkness that I feel. Scorpios, they different. But different than me. Not different, because there's a lot. They're similar in their ways. They're different than me. But what I'll say to you is, when he came to me in the knowing that he was leaving the earth, or had left, because that's how I found out he was gone, I heard, get up. Get up. Get up and let whatever that shit is that you have been feeling go, because you got up. You were blessed to get up. And don't act like you weren't blessed to get up today. Don't act like you had to, because you did not. And because you got up and you got yourself together and made your way to the computer, you filled out and ideated around a grant that I'm looking at that you need. And you're going to do that, or try to do that, every day, because you should, because that's what you want. What you want is to continue. What you need to continue is funding. What you have been putting in the earth for the last almost 3 years is the need for funding. So you will continue to search, in addition to all the other things that you're doing for funding. You will continue to look for it. Because you have to. Because it's a part of your work. And hey,